Hello.
Hello, Ron, and hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of CQ Off the Clock. We will be shortly joined by Kristen. She's just having a couple of technical difficulties, and if you know Kristen or I, one of us has got to have them before about every recording. So she'll be jumping on shortly. Before we get started, just a reminder to everyone, this is our opinions only. We are not making any specific allegations or accusations of anyone. Please verify your own facts. Ron, take it over to you. What are we getting into today?
We're getting into a little bit of crazy, I think. This is one of the most interesting and entertaining interviews I think that we've listened to. You guys can make your assessment, your own opinions regarding this. But yeah, there's going to be a lot to talk about.
All right. Well, let's pull it on the screen and get started.
All right. But first, let's just, because right up at the beginning, maybe we can put that on. Tammy Lynn, thank you for the $49.99 super sticker and the $199.
Yes.
So thank you. We're so happy that you're here and watching us, and we hope we give you a little information and entertainment today.
Yes. Thank you, Tammy.
Yeah. So it's funny. This is thank you to, first we want to do this. Thank you to Accomplished Day. That's where we're getting this. And I understand somebody else also potentially got this via FOIA. Do you recall? When Kristen gets here, I'm sure
Kristen will clear it up. Kristen knows all.
Yeah. Yeah. But thank you. So shout out to Accomplished Day. Oops, I haven't subscribed yet. I'm going to subscribe right there. So you guys too. Yeah, this one actually comes with a very interesting note right at the top. See that during the interview, her name is Mariah. ML. I don't know what the L stands for, but Mariah changed her story every time we would circle back to clarify her timeline and confirm her role and the actions she took during Kohberger's stay. So that's a really interesting note, huh, Sam?
Yeah, I wonder what that means.
I don't know. As a lawyer, what do you think?
I think maybe it's inconsistent. I love getting to read notes like that. It reminds me of litigation quite a
bit. Yep. All right. Well, this is good. This is let's see. This is I can't even see that. Is that 56 minutes? Yeah, 56 minutes. So let's get started. We hope Kristen will join us soon. We have seen her. She's having technical difficulties. But in the meantime, we'll get going.
Along with Detective Schwecke, we are interviewing your last name, concerning the Moscow homicides. It's 12:56 p.m.
I got a question, Sam, because I haven't, and I don't know that you know necessarily, but because I haven't done FOIA interviews. Wouldn't somebody have had to ask for this interview by the name of the person? You would think so. Then why are they redacting the name in this?
Well, I think with most of just my observations is nothing is really consistently redacted. Everything's just overly redacted. So it just feels like somebody's sitting in a corner with a Sharpie, just kind of blanking out whatever they want to. And so nothing I've seen is consistent. Typically, I mean, redactions that come from our office are over specific protected information. And while I can't verify the information underneath the redaction, I can only speculate. It just seems to be more random than anything.
Yeah. Okay, and I just got a text from Kristen, by the way. Here's what she wants to say: is that we want to shout out any creator, including Accomplished Day, that got this through a FOIA, because she wasn't the only. Accomplished Day was not the only one. Sorry, I'm making an assumption there. Accomplished Day was not the only one, and there was a there. I guess there were some issues, but there's. If I read this right, there's someone named Kate as well. So thank you to Kate. Thank you to Accomplished Day, and for anybody who was a part of getting this through the FOIA. All right. Should we continue?
Yes.
On today's the 6th. Yes. January 5th, 2023. All right. Okay, were you the one that called in the tip?
Yes, I actually called in 2 tips.
Okay.
So the first one was just stating that he had stayed at the hotel, and I was going to try and see if we could go back to camera footage, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So this is everything from the hotel. I've attached my GM's information. There's some stuff that we do remember from him being there.
Okay.
So he checked in. We did update address, did Pennsylvania address. Let me slow down here. Just had some weird changes in the system. Phone number change, address change. Yeah, sorry.
Well, let's just step back real quick. What position do you hold at the
I'm the
quality?
assistant GM.
Assistant GM. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how long have you worked there for?
Approximately 8 months. I did work there part-time as housekeeper for about 6 months before that.
That's quite a promotion there, and I think that says a lot about this place. Housekeeper for 6 months, then to assistant GM very
Part-time
quickly.
housekeeper.
Part-time housekeeper, yeah. All
And
right.
She already seems very nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I missed that. You've worked there for how long now?
About 8 months.
8 months? Okay, all right. Okay.
In
8
this
months
position as the
GM.
assistant GM. Yeah, and then I was just a part-time housekeeper as a second job for approximately 6 months.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember the date when you first had contact or first?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What date was that?
So that was the morning of July 1st.
Okay.
He had checked in, and the girl that checked him in at the desk, you can see through the folio, had
Okay.
messed up quite a bit, overcharging, double charging, making huge mistakes, pissing him off. Yeah. So my first encounter with him was just trying to calm him down that next morning.
Okay.
Over all the charges and, verifying everything has been corrected. We do apologize. We did get into further conversation. If you'd like me to just.
Yeah. I mean, how was his demeanor when you first had contact with him?
Initially, very creepy. Very, very creepy. Almost numb, dead. No emotion. After everything got situated.
Well, I thought she said that he was upset, that he was pissed off and upset, trying to calm him down, but no emotion.
Yeah, it's already not consistent. It also seems like she just wants to talk rather than allow the interview to be led, which is just something I note. I mean, sometimes I talk very fast. I'm constantly being told to slow down in how fast I talk, so I get it. But it just seems like she's trying to push through and say as many things as she can rather than remembering what exactly happened in those moments, drawing general conclusions.
Yeah, I noticed she was talking over him a lot too, not letting him finish his sentences. It's someone who she has something to say, definitely. She doesn't seem to want to wait for the questions and see what do the deputies want from her. So that's a little bit of a red flag, and we already have a contradiction. That's something that we look for in witnesses
Yeah.
that we're trying to determine credibility is the contradictions. So what is it? He was upset, pissed off. You had to calm him down, but he had no emotion and was very creepy.
Well, and it seems like he had a reason to be pissed off if you're overcharging him, double charging him. I mean, I don't know very many people that are extremely happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got, and we're going to get another emotion here right now. So let's keep going.
And fixed with the reservations that the issues. He then went into very, very nice. I actually compared him to Jim Jones. Just
okay. So we got very, very upset, no emotion and creepy, to very, very nice, like Jim Jones, a charismatic cult leader.
Well, how many times are you comparing him? Who are you talking to about this? Right? It seems that seems bizarre. Like I've compared him to who?
Yeah. So yeah, that's really already we're all over the board. All right. Should we keep going?
Yes.
yeah. We then went into conversation over a girl he went to school. I asked him what he was in town for, just completely trying to
Sure.
change. That's what we're trained to do. If we have a pissed off guest, what brings you into Pullman, etc.
Right.
He then said that he was at the Pullman WSU, criminal program.
Mm-hmm.
I have a front desk girl there. It's actually like family to me. So we started talking about him and her, she's going to be graduating.
Okay, here's my question. That's the conversation that you have maybe when somebody's checking in. But this is when he's disputing the bill. Maybe I don't go to the right hotels or motels, but I don't ever see the bill, the charges and everything until the end when I'm checking out. And I don't know of anybody who's checking out a hotel that is getting into a conversation and where they're asking you, what are you in town for? Well, they're leaving. I don't know. That's suspicious to me too.
Yeah. I'm with you.
It looks like something where she's trying to give a context where she might get information or might have been expected to get information out of him. But that just, when I'm checking out of a hotel, a lot of times I may be trying to, off to the airport or somewhere else. I don't ever want anybody to chit chat with me while I'm trying to check out. And I've never seen a hotel desk clerk do that at checkout. They're nice at the beginning.
I don't know, Ron. I'm super chatty. I Chatosaurus at a grocery store. I'll get stuck talking to a cashier. So, but I do get it. It's I don't know on that one, but I get your point. I do.
Well, I guess if I'm going to be honest, I don't necessarily want them chatting me up at the beginning either. So, yes.
Yeah. See, I'm very chatty, but I mean, a lot of times if I'm leaving a hotel, you don't really have to check out. He might want to if he's verifying his charges, but I mean,
most of the time it's here you go. And I mean, a lot of times nowadays you can see your bill and stuff on the, as you're checking out, if you're checking out on your TV up in your room.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just, I don't know, question. And
no, I agree.
And I've been through, I've already listened to this interview. And so I know that there is some craziness. So that may be kind of coloring it for me right now. But this just raises red flags.
Yeah, to me too. Yeah.
All right.
We talked about Madison. He had asked me to leave a set of key cards for a Madison, or you can just put Maddie. My niece is Madison. So we got into a conversation about, oh, my niece goes by Maddie.
Okay. Now, wasn't the evidence, as we talked with the experts in this case, that including Cy Ray, who we all know what his opinions are, even he admits there was no record of Bryan being anywhere the same place, same time, or any contact with any of the victims ever, right? And wouldn't you think that if Bryan had checked into a hotel with Maddie in June or July, the year prior to this, that Bill Thompson would have been parading that out in front of everybody?
Well, why didn't she see them together?
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels like a story.
Yeah. That for Madison or Maddie, when everybody's been calling her Maddie, this is just, is this why Cy Ray thinks Maddie was the target? I wonder. But again, this is completely contrary to all the electronic evidence and everything. There was nothing on the phone. No contact ever between Bryan and Maddie, ever. And they had his entire phone records, all his texts, his calls, and everything. You think we wouldn't have, we'd have heard of it by now. So, yeah, this is iffy.
Well, yeah, and do we know where she was during this time period?
Good point. This is the summer, huh? Was she there during the summer? Yeah. But again, this is something that there was never any follow-up by law enforcement that we saw. No evidence come out, nothing. So take it for what it's worth.
She never did come back up the key cards. They were still there the next morning I got there. So I went through my night audit and my GM, the three of us. Do you remember those?
Okay.
We talked about sheaths, collecting knives.
Wait, at the checkout?
Yeah, I don't mean to laugh because it's so serious. It's just so ridiculous that it's like she's going through, it feels like she's going through and telling a story of every piece of evidence. Like then we were talking about knives. Next, we were talking about his white Elantra, which I'm making up. I haven't listened to this, so I don't know. But it's too convenient and it just feels very much like a story. And maybe I'm wrong, but it feels odd.
Yeah, and we talk about, who talks about sheaths? She corrected it herself. Knives. Yeah, because that sounded really stupid. Oh, we talked about sheaths. Nobody talks about knife sheaths.
Yeah, who brings up knives with a customer that you just said you thought was very, very creepy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Bizarre.
I don't remember to what extent on that part. I just remember thinking that my sheath that my sister gave me was probably more badass than he ever could have.
Yeah.
Okay, a sheath? It's a sheath.
Yeah.
Just because. I just talked to my, she's no longer working with us, who checked him in. She does remember after him being completely irate, he kept coming up and down the stairs and just kind of checking her out and come back upstairs and come back downstairs and apologize for something that she couldn't remember.
Okay. And again, this is all hearsay stuff. which she's telling what the other person who was not there supposedly told her, but who checked him in. Why is he going up and down being irate when he's being checked in, when he hasn't even been charged with anything?
Yeah. And this woman was a general manager. She was the assistant, right? Assistant. Yeah. That reminds me of
GM or assistant to the GM.
Doesn't that remind you of The Office?
Yeah.
The assistant. He's the assistant too. You might not know what I'm talking about, but yeah. Bizarre.
All right.
And checking her out and going back upstairs. And that was as far as with him.
So, and checking her out. I mean, so he's yelling at her and checking her out. That there is also a lot of emotion for a guy who had no emotion.
Right.
This is what, as when you're making up stories, you make up details that are convenient for what you want to express at that time. But sometimes you forget the details you shared before. And if you don't think it through, it's really easy to come up with very, very conflicting details in the story.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Yeah. And this, I think, is a very good example of that.
I know I'm rambling.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, the past week and a half, just place all this shit together.
Yeah. How long did he? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, continue.
Never saw a second guest. We did have 2 people on the reservation. Never saw a second guest with it.
Is that information in here?
Not, so I can actually pull it up on my phone.
Okay.
The reservation itself, it was made through third party, Expedia, I believe it was.
Okay.
So everything was actually paid for. And in the system, we have a Michael F. Kohberger Jr., which I later learned was his dad.
Okay.
So that's interesting. When was it didn't Bryan come out? Maybe people in the chat can help. But didn't Bryan just come out in June? I'm pretty sure. Would this have been potentially his trip out there? And something that I know from using hotels periodically is if the reservation's in my name, then they're going to be asking for my driver license and everything. Then it means I'm staying there. So if the reservation is in his dad's name, did his dad go out there with him when he set him up at Washington State?
Yeah. And did he ask for extra key cards for Michael instead of Maddie?
Yes. And why would he be meeting Maddie at a room where his dad was? And besides, if he just came out in June, how would he have ever come across Maddie in the first place?
Right.
Because he was going to school back east.
And this, I believe, is right too. This is my experience.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just going to let you leave a first name for key cards for security. Typically, if you're adding someone else to the room, I mean, you could get extra cards, but if you're formally adding someone to the room, typically they're getting their first and last name and it's in their system. So it looks like who's in their system is Bryan and Michael, which is not Bryan and Maddie.
Yeah, so that's really, really questionable at best. All right.
And he was in the system?
Used dad's
Did you say something, or was that her?
No,
Okay.
that was not me.
information to make this reservation third
Okay.
party. So he couldn't use his dad's card at our desk without a credit card authorization form or his dad being there. So he did a third party.
Okay.
So you catch that? What you mean by third? So she either had an authorization form from his dad or his dad was there. So
Right.
Interesting.
I'm loving the comments right now from everyone in the chat.
Yeah. All right. Let's get going. You can tell this was traumatic for her.
Again, I do apologize for my anxiety.
It's okay.
And we're in the building, so it's going to take a minute to load.
To me, that's a big issue, another big red flag to me too. Because her role in this, she wasn't part of this. This is, I believe, actually in Washington. So this is over in Pullman, or near Pullman. She wasn't really involved in the murders. This was over a guy who supposedly stayed there 6 months before. What's with all her emotion? I think that her anxiety and emotion, it seems a little artificial, or it's caused by something other than the true circumstances. Perhaps somebody who is really getting something out of inserting herself into this big, huge national story now, or somebody who's worried because she knows she's making something up, or I don't know, maybe she really believes it. I don't know, and that's something that I deal with a lot. I'm not one to make up stuff, so I don't know I know that people do a lot and will tell stories that are just totally false and swear they're true. I don't know what's in their head because that doesn't happen to me. So it may be she legitimately has created this world in her head where this really happened and everything that she's thinking of really did happen to her. I don't know, but it seems to me that the emotion she's feeling, it's a lot different than the friends of the victims and all those frat boy interviews that we saw where we were noticing a lack of emotion. This is someone separated from anybody involved in this by time and distance, and it just the emotion she's expressing doesn't match what's going on here to me.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, it's difficult because people have anxiety, and maybe that's an expression of it, or maybe you're nervous because you're not telling the truth and you're trying to keep up with it. I don't know why, but I agree to you. It kind of stands out. I also look at it based on the only other known behavior that we have for her, which is her own statements about how she was acting. And in the very beginning of the interview, she's basically acting like she's the person calming the situation down. She's casually talking and getting all this information from him. She's kind of describing herself like this very mellow, easygoing, de-escalating the situation. And so that, which is the only thing I have to compare it to, in contrast to being so nervous, and especially the gap in time since she was in contact with him. This isn't last week. It does strike you as strange. And yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right. Proceed.
And are there cameras? There's got to be cameras here.
That's what people are saying. Someone said in the chat, "Oh, Accomplished Day is here. Accomplished Day. Thank you so much for getting this video, posting this video. We really appreciate that."
We do need Kristen. We're missing Kristen. We're hoping her IT will fix itself soon.
Yeah. Hold on. Just a note, we happen to be live here. Just a note to My screen is showing a recording error. If we can check into that and make sure everything's okay. All right. So yeah, and I want to find who said that they looked meanie. I just looked up Quality in Pullman and it says they have surveillance security.
Oh, great. Yeah. So where's the footage?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's get going.
Yeah, the internet in here is not great.
Yeah, I've noticed it's pretty crappy. So yeah, I mean, I've gone through this. My GM as well has gone through this. The one thing that remembers is the key card that said Maddie. The one thing that my night audit remembers is that key card that said Maddie.
What are their names?
And then this is my GM.
Do you know spell? Was it
MC? I do not.
So again, she's saying my night audit said the key card was Maddie. This isn't someone necessarily. I mean, is she talking from her experience? Did she see it? It sounds like she didn't actually see it. That she's supposedly telling what somebody told her, which is not necessarily reliable information.
No.
Not.
okay? That's fine. And he was
My night audit.
night audit. Okay.
Yeah. And so the keys were actually handed to him, leaving my shift. You know, we just kind of, hey, these were left here. Go ahead and give them. Guess that it was okay. She can enter the room.
Okay.
No, when you're talking about keys, are you talking about the
Room
cards, or is it a physical key itself, just like
No,
a
just
regular card
room.
key or room card key?
Key cards.
Okay, just verifying. Sorry.
Okay. And was that so? Did he, when he first checked in, he
No,
wanted
this
to
was
know-
later.
This was later.
This was afterwards. God, I wish I could get back to my cameras. If you guys have a way to go back that far, that'd be great.
How
We
far-
go back 2 months on our cameras.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So no, it was later. It was after check-in, and it was by my shift
Okay.
that he had asked to leave the key cards there. So
Okay.
we're talking hours.
Right. Okay. But it was like the same day he checked in, or was it afterwards?
I want to say it was the next morning. While we were having our whole conversation
Because some things got screwed up, and so that's when
with the
he
check-in. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, if you look at quite a few errors that had to be corrected, she changed his rate, and it became a whole thing with yeah, she actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, he already paid, and then she charged him again, and then changed his rate to a contractor's rate, and it just messed.
Okay. I see.
Those were his signatures that he had used.
Did he provide like some vehicle information? Or, yeah.
So this is all we ever ask for is make, model, color.
Okay. All right.
I was advised by another night auditor, the gas station directly across the street from our hotel happens to be one of the biggest liquor stores in town. They hold their cameras for a year.
Okay. Okay. And that's right there. And you guys are off of Bishop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So after he kind of calmed down, what did your guys' conversation entail then?
It was literally, so, what brought you into town? He stated that he lived there.
Okay.
Which I was kind of like, okay, Pennsylvania, whatever, why'd you have me change address? I'm not gonna argue with this guy anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
Change it.
Yeah.
We started talking about him for probably about 15 minutes in the program up there, and she's graduating, and
Mhm.
do they know each other? He's not sure.
Yeah.
Conversation got turned to Sheets collecting knives. Again, I kind of really draw a blank there, and I go into my leather purple.
Again, someone who's a knife enthusiast, especially, he supposedly, allegedly had bought the knife with the sheath that it came from. It wasn't a special sheath or anything. I don't understand why the question of sheaths would come up, other than she had in her head that they found a knife sheath at the scene.
Well, and it's now she's saying it's happening again. They're circling back to that conversation in the middle of them apparently getting in an argument. And then if you're thinking about their data, she's just admitted that everything that was entered is essentially wrong and has been wrong, and everything got changed, his rate, etc. So how reliable is that? And she seems very nervous.
Yeah, she does.
See, some of these comments are killing me. Oh, Ron, pace yourself.
I've been through this before. I know some of what's coming. All right. Sam, you don't know some of what's coming.
No, that's why I'm smiling. I'm like, where is this going?
Kristen, you need to get on before we get to the really juicy stuff. All right.
Sheath, like, and I'm really racking my brain. Did he even pull one out? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine the guys who have their Japanese katanas displayed at their house? Hey, look at this scabbard for my katana. I have a really cool scabbard for my katana. Look at my knife sheath. That makes no sense.
Especially if you're pissed off. You're upset with the hotel, right? Like those conversations don't make sense. Even if, like, I'm very chatty, so I get that I chat a lot, right? Like, but not when you're pissed off. Not if you're upset that the hotel is not doing something right. You're not like, anyways, let's talk about my hobby again.
I know. Oh, just wait, Sam.
Oh no.
We go into actually when he was heading out of the building, he did turn around and come back. So that was when he stated to leave the keys. I don't remember him ever checking out. I know the keys were there. Don't ever remember printing him a receipt. Have a nice day.
Okay.
None of that. The last that I saw him was leaving of those keys.
Okay. So as far as you know, nobody else had any contact with him.
Nobody
when he checked out, or
nobody remembers.
Nobody remembers.
No.
Okay.
So he did check out. 11:49. (11:49) stated that I checked him out, and I can't recall if it was because I knocked on the door. It was because I knocked on the door. Okay. All right. So housekeepers were having an issue whether this guy was going to check out or not.
So now she remembers him checking out, and now this apparently some trouble with him with the housekeepers and whether he's going to check out. Was it a late
Is she
checkout?
reading something? Does she have like notes or something?
It looks like she has some paper there. I thought I heard her shuffling it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I don't remember. I recognize that memory is not as legit as people think it is, but when you come in with a strong statement like I don't remember, and then you have a very specific sentence after that, it's hard for me to believe you.
Yeah. Yep. And coming up here is another important point.
Knocking on doors. I went up there, knocked on the door, and he was standing there with luggage in the hand. Door ajar. I'm leaving now. Right there.
Yeah.
Like he was waiting. So that is actually when I was the last person to see him leave.
Okay. Because checkout's at noon.
Checkouts at noon.
Okay, all right.
Checkouts at noon. What time did she say he checked out? 11:49.
So why are
Which
you
means
why are you banging on the door before checkout? Kristen.
Hello. Hey, everybody. It's been
We
a
are
day.
Yeah. We are just going
It's been a day. I've been watching.
it has.
Yeah, so I don't know why she's knocking on the door when it's before checkout.
Yeah. But claiming they didn't know if he was going to check out.
Very
And-
weird.
Yeah, and I've never had anybody knocking at a hotel knocking on my door. Are you going to check out in 10 minutes? No.
No.
All right. So, anything, Kristen, have you seen this before?
Yeah, I watched it over the weekend for the most part, and then I've been listening to you guys. This thing is a bunch of BS. I mean, there's so many problems with it. I mean, writing Maddie's name on the actual key card, who the hell does that? I mean, there's so many. In my opinion, this woman wanted to be trendy and wanted the SEO value in a search bar. But I don't think she has much merit or any merit at all to anything that she's saying. It sounds very planned and coordinated, in my opinion.
She was not credible from the very beginning.
Correct.
Well, all right. Let's get going.
Okay. And do you guys normally go up there
If our housekeepers are doing nothing, standing around and waiting on guests, and we don't have a D&D, we will knock and see if guests are still in house.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right.
And again, this was before checkout. She said he checked out at 11:49 and checkout was noon. All right.
Yeah, and when have you ever seen management going to your door before checkout? I mean, I'm usually the one that's like checking out 45 minutes past the checkout, trying to, load my car. And usually it's the house or the cleaning, the janitors that'll come in and be like, "Oh, you're still here." But when have you ever seen management come and knock on your door 15 minutes before checkout and ask if you're checking out? Come on.
Yeah. No.
Do you remember, I guess is there anything that you remember about him, like what he was wearing, like footwear, anything like that?
Black coat, for
Okay.
sure. He was well dressed. I remember he had a black coat.
I'm surprised she's not seeing he was wearing a balaclava and carrying a vacuum.
Leaving with
I
his
mean, a
wedding.
long black coat on. He was well dressed.
This was in July and he had a black coat on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was actually topic, and that was topic.
Okay. Anything else that might have caught your attention?
I've been doing this for a week and a half. 2 weeks. I don't know. No, honestly, the main thing wasn't even, knife talk or any of that other shit that's now coming out. It still doesn't even blow up in my head.
Mhm.
It's that fucking key card. And that he was so adamant that she was coming for this key card. She will be here. Make sure she gets it.
Okay.
She never showed up. So that was kind of like, wow, this was a huge thing for him, wow. And, we're talking shit, coworkers amongst coworkers.
Mhm.
And then she never shows up. Ah, what a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, haha,
Yeah.
you're a dickbag. Honestly, I'm not even going to sugarcoat what we said.
Okay. Jake, you got
Yeah. Who's the gal who initially checked him in that messed up?
Her name is Yes.
Okay, and you guys got contact information? for
I do.
Miss
I
Denise?
actually just spoke to her this morning. She just remembers him checking her out a lot. She's Oliver Gusted.
Okay.
Sorry.
If we
And
get
that's
that
where I would
contact
ask, Ron,
information.
and that's where I would ask, and what does checking her out consist of? Is that looking at her direction? Is that making eye contact? I mean, that's the first thing I would ask. What does that mean?
Yeah. And again, was it when he was being angry, when he was showing no emotion, when he was happy and chatty?
Bragging about his scabbard?
Yeah.
Tell me true. This is a great comment. You know what? I tend to agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, she's nervous. It's very obvious. And she doesn't appear to be telling the truth.
Yeah, she's definitely trying to remember what she was told to say and what her script was, because it's not rolling off her tongue very easily as it should if she was just having a normal conversation.
Well, and it also is weird. Like, why are you so pissed off if someone didn't show up for the key cards?
Yeah. Well, what personal interest does that lady have in whether or not Maddie shows up?
Yeah.
Would they even notice?
No, I don't think so.
Note
Yeah,
to self:
really.
don't ever stay at this hotel.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so checks this guy in, messes all of this stuff up. You brought something up initially about a girl. Was that who you were talking about? Was one of the very first things you said there was a girl, and maybe it's what you touched on later with Maddie. I don't know if you remember that statement or not.
I think when I first started talking, it was talking about.
All right. How many days did he stay at your guys'?
Oh, jeez. It was 1 or 2 nights. It will be on that.
Looks like you checked out the first.
So he checked in the 31st one night.
He booked it on the 30th. Yeah, because total charge is 133.
If I could get in, I want to say it was actually booked on the 14th or the 15th.
Okay.
Okay, so he booked it ahead of time, planning this trip before
Yes.
he arrived. He didn't just show up
No,
and
no.
just do a walk.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a
Um,
third-party reservation, booked, I don't remember the exact date, but it was booked, a week or so ahead of time.
Okay.
I wish I could get in my system here.
And he booked it for 2 people?
Yes, 2 people were on that reservation.
Okay. But no one saw a second
second.
person with this individual at the time.
And
So
the
you-
only ever person he ever mentioned was Madison. And he preferred Maddie.
Okay.
And who
exactly-
just walks into a hotel? What a stupid question.
Is-
So she didn't just walk in? Who just walks into a hotel hoping they can just, get a reservation? This is
You?
so bad. I would never do that. I would book it the
I'm
night
kidding.
before.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
like,
parking
she
lot.
said he booked it the 14th or 15th, so it was 2
Yeah.
weeks in advance.
Yeah, no, but the detective goes, oh, so he didn't just try to walk in. I'm like, who the hell just walks into a hotel and expects to stay the night? And then if they don't even know how long he stayed right off the top of their tongue, then how do they know what time he's checking out or when he's checking out? I mean, this just gets better and better.
Another front desk, she actually did just graduate that same program.
Which program was that?
The criminology program, WSU.
Okay. And how'd she come up into the conversation?
When I asked him what brought him in town,
Okay.
that he was up there at that criminology program, and that's just me kind of diverting. Oh, we have a girl, she's graduating, and just trying. This guy's already being a dickbag. He's being rude. At cause of our front desk and overcharging, it is my duty to put a smile on your face before you walk out my door.
Fair. And so you bring
So again, it does sound like this was at checkout. and he was complaining after, and he was only there, she said, one night, right? So
Well, she said 1 or 2.
yeah, it looks like they said it was just
They settle on the 1.
yeah. So he checked in the 31st one night.
And if it's a third-party declaration, I just came back from a big court hearing today where I was referring to declarations. But if it's a third-party reservation, has anybody done a FOIA? I don't even know if we can. Can we get a FOIA for that reservation? I mean, that would wrap this up pretty quick. If she's sitting there claiming there was 2 additional names on the reservation, this is my problem with the case. There's so many of these issues. If there was just transparency, nobody would be making stuff up. Nobody would be speculating. There wouldn't be all this craziness. I mean, that's a pretty simple question that should be able to be answered very quickly.
Well, I think she said earlier that it was booked through his dad. That his dad.
But she said it was through a third party.
Yeah, Expedia.
Yeah, and that there was 3 people on the reservation.
Okay. All right. Well, let's keep going.
Bring up into this. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are both going in the same program. Do you know her?
Yes, I did.
That type
He
of
doesn't
stuff.
recall.
And
Yeah.
Doesn't recall.
Yeah.
But he's there for the same program you're bringing up. In that discussion, then you moved on from talking about the program that he's attending. Was there anything else that sticks to mind outside the sheath and other stuff that comes to mind about that discussion? The sheath. Anything else sticking to mind?
Overcharging. They're really, besides updating a phone number. Our Wi-Fi was down. Something I will do when we have the crappiest Wi-Fi in our building. I will offer my hotspot. I offered him my hotspot on my phone.
Okay.
He was one of the only people. He was, in fact, the only person to complain about our Wi-Fi that day. So just to shut him up and not complain or not argue that our Wi-Fi is working fine today, I offered my hotspot. I don't
was super
believe
angry.
he actually did use my hotspot.
I said to a super angry person, we're offering our personal hotspot.
Yeah, that's iffy too.
Sam, you're muted.
I always do that. I don't know why she's so pissed off at him. It sounds like they overcharged him and he was pissed. And then she's like, just to shut him up. Like I don't know.
And I had I had a comment up here that I wanted the 3 of us talk about, but somebody moved it, but it was really good. I can't remember. Oh, it just said something. Why would Bryan be taking Maddie to a hotel with Bryan's dad? And that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the comment
And she
ready.
was
Sorry.
meeting you
Somebody took it down.
later.
Yeah, it makes 0 sense.
And him calling her Madison and then saying Maddie, you would probably call her by her legal name if you're trying to add her to a room. None of it makes sense. And she's
Would you
talking
guys
so
would you ever
fast.
just give out your hotspot, Sam? I mean, like to somebody that you don't really know, that you have some sort of conflict with at the moment. Hey, here's my hotspot.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
Well, only if it's a really creepy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes 0 sense.
All right.
That's another thing that's
Okay. Is there a way for you to verify that? Did he take information down for accessing it?
No, and that's why I think I don't actually shared it with him. Is there a way to go back and see who you shared your hotspot with?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'm not that techie.
Neither am I.
We have guys that would be able to tell us that for sure.
I
Yeah,
don't
let's see your whole
believe.
phone.
I want to say there's my entire time as AGM that I have had maybe 3 or 4 guests that I've shared that hotspot with. Can I tell you, was Bryan one of them? I honestly cannot.
But you remember at least offering
Yes.
it out to them.
Yeah.
So you've gone through, and now you're kind of diverting the emotion from frustration, of being overcharged, mischarged, however that goes. And you guys are diverting that. You've discussed this program.
Mhm.
Who brought up the sheath?
That had to have been him.
Had to have
Hey.
been.
You're in a hotel. Oh, I want to talk about my sheath. I got this really cool knife sheath. How about you?
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
No chance. Well, she's like, mine. All I remember thinking was that mine was better.
And then she doesn't remember if he used it. She offered it. She doesn't think he used it. And then we have this detective who's trying to tell her how she's feeling and what her reaction is and what she's processing. And I'm the least techie person alive, and they can't figure out what a hotspot is. Come on, even I know that.
Mhm.
This is wild.
I am not somebody who shares information like that. I did show him a self-defense weapon that I got through self-defense course through martial arts.
Okay.
And I did show him that, and he kind of just chuckled at it. And I said, well, it is the most legal way that I can actually travel with this and keep myself safe. I can bring it on airplanes. I can, whatever. And he kind of just giggled at my self-defense weapon.
What is the self-defense weapon?
I don't know what it's called. It's got where you can hold your fingers on it, and it's just long, and made out of aluminum. It looks like a stick with rings around it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's kind of pointed on one end.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not, did not have a point on it,
Okay.
but it was a blunt,
Yeah.
which that's what made it legal for me to carry.
Okay. Yeah.
When did you stop carrying this weapon on you?
How would this ever come up with a guy who was upset about his charges and who's checking out, and who you either saw him down at the desk or saw him up at his room before checkout or maybe out? Yeah.
And you don't know what your weapon is called? Your self-defense weapon? I mean, who gave it to you? What was it? Do you have a picture of it? Can I see it?
But why doesn't she have it on her?
Yeah, like
How did she
can't
safely
even
travel
tell
to
them
this
what the hell it
interview?
is.
Why is she showing the creepy guy her self-defense weapon?
I mean, this is just crazy.
Just so you know, I'm carrying this, so you can plan on how you can, attack me getting around. I don't know.
I was shocked she didn't say K-bar. Seems like everybody has a K-bar.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
How'd you guys get into that? That's interesting. How'd you guys get into a self-defense weapon?
I don't know. And that's something that keeps racking my brain. Like, did he fucking actually pull this out? And I don't remember him pulling it out. Why would I need to compare my sheath to his sheath? And I cannot remember.
Okay.
Oh, now there's a sheath. I
But
thought
for
I had
some
3
reason-
rings at the end of it.
Did you pull out and show him your self-defense weapon, you
I
said?
did. He did,
Okay.
yeah, and he chuckled at it.
And he chuckled at it. Okay. What kind of sheath was he talking about?
So her little aluminum blunt weapon had a sheath.
Yeah, but it also has 3 rings at the end of it. So I'd like to know what this sheath covered. And she doesn't even know what the heck it is. So how does she know that it has a sheath? She can't even tell you what the weapon is.
Sheath, knives, collecting knives. I shared with him the fact that I was actually, when I was younger, for having I brought a hunting knife to school to show it off. We got into that conversation. He said, that's never good. You never want to do that. That was part of the conversation.
You never want to do what?
Bring a knife to school.
Bring a knife to school. Okay. Did he say that, or is that just what you intimated from how he said it?
How he said it. You never
Okay.
want to do that. I admitted to, yeah, going to school, was showing it off to friends. I'd been collecting weapons my entire life. I then told him about I'm losing most of my knife collection.
What did he say about that?
He seemed disappointed in me.
Is this lady under the influence?
I don't know.
I mean, is she intoxicated?
Yeah. I mean,
I
and
mean, this
she's
is just
also it also is like her conversation with him and her interaction with him is getting longer and longer.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. How long were they talking? And did she actually say that he brought up bringing the knife to school, or did she just in her head decide that happened? I mean, this lady is crazy.
Yeah.
There's
Looks
something
like-
not right.
It looks like we missed a comment. June only has 30 days, not 31, and they were talking about the 31st.
That is very, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder this person wasn't on the witness list. Yeah, that is very true. This lady has less credibility than some others, which is a very low bar.
Let's say that you had a client that wanted to bring their sister or someone in to testify in their case, and she sounded like this. What would you tell your client?
I would say, F no, not happening. And I would say the real word, because I always tell my clients whenever they want to do anything, when they want to respond to a text when they're angry, how does this help you and how does this hurt you? This does nothing but hurt you, because it is just it's a choose your own adventure book.
Yeah, it's a settle in the hallway kind of client.
Yes. Yes.
This client doesn't end up on the stand, okay?
And you're telling your client, you are really screwed, so we're going to do as much damage control as we can to try to make the best of this for you. But yeah, this is she's just changing the story as it goes along every few minutes and then forgets what she said 2 minutes ago. Kind of sounds like somebody else.
Yep. All right.
He seemed disappointed. I'm racking my brain trying to figure out how
I can't figure out how to link these now.
how the whole knife, how everything came up. There is a small, very small piece of me that wants to say he had a black sheath.
Well, there you go. It was a tan sheath that was found, so it was clearly not Bryan's.
And that was her. There's a very small piece of me that wants to say it was a black sheath.
What a weird sentence.
She's trying to remember
What a weird
back
thing to
to
say. She
what
doesn't
she
even know
heard.
what it's called. Is it a taser? What do we think it is? What do you guys think it is? It sounds
I
like
think it's one of those extendable.
tasers, right?
No, not a taser. Something
Shock?
you can beat on somebody with.
Well, what are the 3 rings at the end? But honestly, it probably doesn't have 3 rings.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yep, black sheath. There you go, honey. You're completely discredited.
That's, and I can't definitively say it, but that's just a black sheath.
Okay, well, let's step
Yeah.
back for a second. And as we're talking, little
I
things seem
remember.
to be surfacing, just for helping on recollection. When he walked in and talked to you, he was already checked in at that point in time when you were having the discussion? And what brought that discussion about? Was it him coming down, you calling him? Were you guys at the front desk?
He came at the front desk.
He came to the front desk. Okay, did he ask to speak to a manager or?
He did not. So upon opening, get there, look at the computer, see what's going on, to do everything correctly from the night before. Oh shit! Why did we have a rate change at contractor's rate? We already have immediate problem here. So I was already kind of aware that we had an issue.
Okay.
Not sure what, where, what was going to ensue from it. But he at some point made his way to our desk to, can I grab this? Yeah.
You look at my notes.
Make all these discrepancies. And then we went over these. So these are the actual credit card transactions and where they start.
Okay, so you're saying from the night before, so I'm assuming he checked in during an evening, and don't let me put words in your mouth, but is that correct? Did he check in during the evening the night before, when you're saying the night before and he's down in the morning
Yes,
talking to you?
the next day.
Okay, so he checks in the night before, and then he's down and discussing with you the following morning?
No, he's checking with me on B shift.
I know, it's a ways back.
Yeah, and this is all during my training as well. So there's a lot that was taking place during that time. Jackson, do I come in on her shift? Did I pull a B shift? Did I
Doesn't know.
really should have gone back and looked at scheduling.
I really should go and back and looked at my notes about what I was supposed
Which
to
won't
say.
be a problem. I can definitely get you guys scheduling.
Yeah, okay. Just presuming, when you're saying the night before though. Okay,
And
at some
as
point
you're
he
saying
checks
that-
in and then he comes down to the front desk. Does he initially meet with you, or are you called in to discuss the discrepancies in the bill? Or
Wait, Ron,
so
didn't
did he
you
meet with
check in the morning?
another staff
Tried
member
to check
before?
in the morning?
Huh?
Am I confused? I thought he tried to check in the morning and it was too early. Am I confused?
I don't remember that.
Chat, help us out. I thought he was trying to check in the morning. Am I confused? Am I wrong?
No, I think you're
Yeah,
right.
I think he was trying to check in the morning and it was like 11 or something. Don't quote me on that. So now this guy's reiterating repeatedly, don't let me put words in your mouth, but you're trying to check in on Friday night.
She talked about him checking out at 11:49 and checkout was noon.
Yeah, but I think he tried to check in like super early in the morning, way before normal check-in. Your wife is telling us at 9 a.m. and I think it was around that time. Yeah. So
I would believe
this guy
her.
this guy is trying to, even though he says, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, he is trying to reiterate repeatedly about him checking in on Friday night. And I know there's been lots of comments about him getting fired. How do we know that? Tell us, chat. How do we know that she was fired, and when was she fired? I would love to know both of those questions if anybody knows them.
I can make a guess about why.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to
What did
interview
she
the person that fired her.
yeah, I want to see what her termination paperwork said. If they're smart, they would just say that it was no longer working out.
Yeah.
So someone called the hotel to determine that they were fired. Okay. Oh, Lana called the other. Good for Lana. Lana called the other day and said she was fired. I would love to know if anyone finds out, I would love to know when she was fired. Yes. And what do you guys think? I agree with this comment.
In what way? I think it presents that she has anxiety associated with having a loose relationship with the truth. But I don't know in what other way. It would
Now,
be
Art
stated.
has some really good comments in here. I'm tempted at the end of this interview to bring him up and let him explain that I think RJ was saying, I don't want to put words in RJ's mouth, but I think he was saying that her husband is potentially a police officer with the NPD.
I think I
So,
saw
That
that.
would be very-
But I don't know enough about that, so we'll have to send RJ a link as soon as we're done with the interview and have him explain that to us.
All right.
before talking to you?
I'm trying to remember if it was the night that he checked in, or I dealt with it the next morning. It had to have been the night that I talked to him, and then we had more conversation the next day because I was the one that made those keys. So it had to have been that night, and they rolled over through a night audit. So it had to be 2 conversations that I had with him.
Okay, 2 separate conversations
Yeah.
then. So one night he checks in, there's some discrepancies on his, do you guys issue out a bill at the time of check-in?
No, we don't issue him anything. We can't even print him a receipt because of third party. So all he can get from us is a 0 balance. So there was nothing I could even offer him at the moment, except for ensuring that money has been returned back to card until checkout, which checkout he never got a receipt.
So did he see multiple charges to his credit card, maybe, is what she's trying to say? Because this is what I've said. Why would he be arguing about his bill before he ever checked out?
Yeah, unless, but honestly, the issue, if there was double charges, if he booked through a third party affiliate, Expedia, because I usually book all my stuff through third parties, that's an issue that you have to resolve with Expedia.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. You know what? Because I've had that issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They would
go-
have to go directly to him, they would have to go directly to the third party vendor.
Yeah. Well, unless you pay at the property, I think. But even that,
Yeah, or if you have incidentals or you get food or something, but I don't know, she's all over the map. But yeah, Ron, I think you're on the right path with that's what he would be complaining about if he didn't even check out yet.
okay. All right, we want to get to the really good stuff.
Yeah, let's get to the good stuff.
It gets worse.
Yeah, this is pretty mild.
I don't think he ever got a receipt.
Okay, but as he's coming in, he's like, hey, here's who I am. I'm arriving for my reservation. I'm so-and-so. Is there any paperwork you guys fill out with him?
So that's that folio. That is that registration. That's checking.
Okay.
That is that right there. And that was done with, I was not,
I'm just asking only to try and discover, is this where he notices the discrepancy in the bill? Is when he's initially arriving, checking in, and you guys give him a sheet of paperwork? Because how does he become aware of this discrepancy in payment or charges
that I don't
on
know.
him?
Yeah, that I don't know where he becomes aware. At what point he becomes aware. He becomes aware when it hit his banking. So it should not have ever hit his banking because it had been prepaid.
Right.
And now I'm thinking, like, was I there during check-in? Was I was I standing next to her? Because during my training, unfortunately, I was also training front desk.
Well, and just in timelining you with where your interactions were, none of this is too terribly important where we're going to be needing this, or it's at least something we can check on through the system. He becomes aware of this discrepancy. He talks to someone, is obviously upset. At what point in time, no, what I'm trying to figure out is, at what point in time did you have the interaction with him that night or the following morning? You go to talk to him. What's he wearing when he comes up to you? You're saying the black coat.
He always had the same. He always had a black coat on.
Was he carrying bags or anything with him at the time?
Okay. I was there during check-in. He had a hard suitcase with him.
Okay,
He had a hard gray rollaway suitcase with him.
phenomenal. See, it's some of the little things. So he shows up. He's got this hard gray suitcase.
And he rolls it into the side. Yeah.
He walks up. He's got the suitcase with him. He's having this discussion with you. Is that the initial point where you discuss the discrepancies?
No.
In the
No.
Okay.
No. So Jen went ahead and ran through. Wow. Thank you. the check-in process, I kind of stood back to the side. She had been there much longer than me. This was probably literally my first week on the front desk. So she should have known more about me. I did not want to step forward, not knowing what the hell was going on. This was definitely a situation that was left for my GM to help me as a training session figure out how to fix this. So I do
Is
remember
she
the actual
through
check-in.
notes?
Okay, so you're there.
Huh?
Is she reading through notes? It sounds like she's reading
That's what I
something,
think.
right?
She has
Yeah.
some paperwork there, I know, that she
Yeah.
was referring to earlier.
Yeah.
She's trying to get the buzzwords and she's trying to get the important information. I don't know, officer probably even gave it to her, but she's not talking organically like this is what happened and then this happened and I need to get clarification. She's reading off the script.
Right. And she still can't keep that straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like she remembered, oh yeah, he had a gray rollaway suitcase. She remembered what she was supposed to say.
Phenomenal is what the cop said.
Yeah.
It's like being spoon fed. Oh wait, hold on. I'm supposed to tell you this
Okay.
with the black and he had a black sheath.
Well, and maybe he asked it, but why isn't anyone asking, like, when did you prepare that? What is that in front of you? When did you take those notes? Was
Yeah,
it like yesterday?
exactly.
Or, you know, like,
And is it normal for you to take notes? Where are they kept? Because it sounds like she's literally flipping through papers. And yeah, I agree.
Well,
Sam.
I think it's the check-in papers and stuff. She had the printouts and everything.
Yeah, but she's talking about her feelings a little
She was
bit and her
referring to that.
emotions. Yeah, but she's
Yeah.
talking about more than just logistics of checking in and out. She's talking about how she felt or what he did, which it's almost like she's reading from like a journal or something. I don't know. It's weird.
yeah, I agree.
All right. Let's keep going.
Checking this guy in. He's got his hard case there. Did you have a discussion with him at that point in time? Any interaction with him?
No. There was a hi, how are you? So I dated a guy years and years ago when I was much younger. They shared the same nose, and that was the one thing that stuck out in front of me was this guy, looked like my ex-boyfriend.
Okay. Checks him in. He departs. So it's probably or possibly the next morning when you have
The next
first
morning.
real in-depth
So
discussion
we
with
walk,
him.
you are literally, I go upstairs, he comes downstairs, and that's where everything, so I see him the night before, I apologize. I do see him the night before, keys are left, we do not see him for the rest of the evening, we don't see anybody for the keys for the rest of the evening. Next day, housekeeper comes to me, what's going on with 207, doors open, is the guy leaving, is he staying, what's going on? Housekeepers will not go in the room, and much so for very many reasons. I go up there, knock, knock, knock. He's standing there, same ass suitcase. He follows me down. This is where our conversations take place.
Okay.
This is where it's actually at checkout, is where all of everything has been taken care of, so everything has been fixed. I'm holding the key card while I'm talking to him, pulling them out, throw away the sleeve that has Maddie written on it. Just still holding those keys in my hand. We're still talking and I'm just still.
All this, she basically went up and accompanied a checking out guest down and threw away this. I don't know.
Well, how's he walking
And
down the
how many
stairs?
interactions-
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, how many interactions did they have during this very short stay? Because there seems to be multiple.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I thought though she just said that at 11:49 she was knocking on his door. So how is he coming downstairs when she's going upstairs and then now she's checking him out? And then he says allegedly to put Madison or Maddie's name on the key card. Why would she even write Maddie? Why wouldn't you write Madison, their actual name? It's all
And generally, they put it on the slip, the envelope. Nobody writes names on the actual key card themselves. Ever.
Well, it looks like that's what she
Right?
said.
Why
It
would it
was
be in
on
the
the
system?
sleeve.
Yeah,
Like,
she
shouldn't it be
she
in
says
the
on the key
system?
card.
For you to give someone a key card, wouldn't you need to add them to the room?
Yes.
And you would need
Gosh,
their
I went through this the other day. It was a pain in the butt. Yeah,
Right.
you have to. I mean, I usually I'm a Marriott person, but yeah, I mean, you have to. I even had to call and add the third party and let them know when they would be there.
Yeah, if they want to pick one up, usually they just ask me how many cards do you want.
Well, no, this like I'm saying if someone is coming, like say my
But
dad
when
met
you're-
me to watch my daughter's soccer game and he gets there before me, then he would check in. So I had to add him to the room so he could get the keys without me checking in first.
Right. Like you could get as many keys as you want for yourself. But if he's saying, give these keys to Madison, AKA Maddie, when she comes in, then I think he'd have to add her to the system
Mhm.
for her to pick them up independently without him.
Yes. And probably show her ID.
Yeah, and they
Right.
would have
Yeah,
the
I
last
agree.
name on there.
And with respect to the credit card, maybe chat, you guys can help us out. But wasn't this reservation under his dad's name?
Yeah.
So don't, I mean, I'm just thinking if this reservation is under my name versus, you know, my dad making the reservation, I'm assuming my dad would be the one that would be more concerned about me being double charged than me. So it's like, why is Bryan the one having this whole conversation? Where the heck is wouldn't that be the dad addressing it? I mean, he's the one that was charged. It was his reservation through the third party.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very
This is just,
bizarre.
you'll
Yeah, she
get
definitely
like,
needs help with her script. That's a good comment. I like it. These comments are great, guys.
like
for-
we
Leave
say,
out the part about his nose. That's weird.
that is. But like we say with the Kohberger case, anyway, all the stuff that's coming out, everything should fit into a narrative, into what really happened. And this is a narrative that nothing's really fitting very well at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely not reality.
Yeah.
Through my head is going, you stupid slimy piece of shit. What's the matter? The girl didn't fucking show up for you.
Sorry, I should not be laughing.
That comes out
Can
of
we,
nowhere.
rewind that, Ron? Rewind that, please. That was so out of nowhere. I'm sorry. You rewind that.
Yeah. Let's go to here. Right. Okay.
Okay.
This is where it's actually at checkout, is where all of everything has been taken care of. So everything has been fixed. I'm holding the key card while I'm talking to him, pulling them out, throw away the sleeve that has Maddie written on it. Just still holding those keys in my hand. We're still talking and I'm just still. Through my head is going, you stupid slimy piece of shit. What's the matter? The girl didn't fucking show up for you.
Sorry. That is
Well, I
horrible.
mean-
Where the hell did this come
Laughing.
from? And what did she say? In my head, going through my head, or in my head?
I think she's saying what's going through my head is you stupid, slimy piece of shit. What's the matter? The girl didn't show up for you? Or something.
There's
That
yeah,
took
she
a
needs some mental health
that
treatment.
took a turn Okay.
I know. Sam and I were looking at each other on the computer, like, are we hearing what we just heard? Like, and I've already heard this, but I must have been doing my hair and makeup or something when I heard that part. Like, what the actual F?
That was shocking. That was
Yeah, I hope she's seeking some treatment. My opinion, speculation only.
Oh my gosh. Oh, good point. In the summer, a black coat.
Yeah,
In
I
the
thought that
summer.
was a good point too.
yeah.
That's a great point. And gloves and a balaclava.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a sheath in a suitcase.
Yeah.
My opinion of him was crap. My fake smiles were hardly forced, very, very forced.
Hardly forced, very forced.
I apologize.
No, take your time to relax. We're here to listen and learn a little bit from you. So
So yeah, it was just pretty much, you slimy piece of shit. You know, what'd you come into my hotel for? To cause problems. You know, piss people off, freak out my housekeepers.
He didn't cause the problem. They did by overcharging him.
They didn't have Wi-Fi for him.
Yeah, they had crappy Wi-Fi.
There was a comment, I put it up here, but it was so funny because I was thinking, man, that really is the problem. He gets overcharged and he gets there and there's no Wi-Fi.
He gets overcharged and stood up, and he's the problem.
And they had this really long conversation. She's showing him her weapons.
Yeah.
I
And they're
know.
talking about what to bring to school and whatnot, and allegedly his criminology path that he's on. I mean,
You're knocking on the
nightmare.
door and it's not even time to check out.
She doesn't even know when he allegedly was checking in or out.
Oh
And
my
now he's
God.
freaking out the housekeepers. I haven't heard that yet. Where's this?
Housekeeper.
Now the housekeepers don't like him?
Yeah, either does the
Not
electrician.
hot- Wow.
All right. Oh, there's more.
Yeah. And then, you know, just left with a very bad distaste. And the one thing that I really wish that we had our cameras for when he walked out after our knife conversation was, you know, I was kind of shell shocked. So you literally see me looking at the camera going, what the fuck?
Oh, cameras! She just said there's cameras.
She said they delete after 2 months.
okay. Real quick. Yeah, before we got some questions.
He's under something.
You guys check him in.
He's
There's an
on
interaction.
something, I think.
He's got the hard case. He leaves. He comes back, and upon checkout the following morning, you guys go into this discussion about the sheath. And I'm just trying to nail this down. I don't mean to keep repeating this. You for some reason pull out your defensive tool and are talking to him about it. You guys discuss the knives.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
He
ex-husband
carried.
took.
That's how that's how my weapon came out. He always carried.
He always carried.
Is what he
carried
said.
what?
I want to say sheath. I cannot recall.
He carries the sheath.
And how does that come up?
For some
How does
reason,
that
black
even
comes out in my
organically coming
head.
up? When you're checking
Don't-
in, you just casually say, "I always carry."
I don't know. And she shows him her weapon.
Like, I'm trying to really
Um,
figure out how that would organically come up. And I am like Sam, I'm very chatty. I talk to anybody and everybody, but I don't know how that would come up checking in or having a conversation with
Several
an employee
times.
from the hotel. Yeah. Oh, I
Multiple
carry.
conversations about the
I'll
sheath.
show you mine. You show me yours.
Not
Let's
a K
compare.
bar, the sheath.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sheath.
Yes,
Let me show
Nikki
you.
narrative. What's up, girl? But yes,
It-
this
it's all-
did
Yes.
escalate.
Yes, I
almost
felt
as if she
terrible
has-
for laughing.
It's almost as if she doesn't know what a sheath is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's like she thinks that's the weapon, it sounds like.
I got
Well,
the golden ticket. He had a sheath. He carries a sheath.
She
I
just,
forget.
yeah. I'd be interested, when did the information about the sheath come out?
And And at any point, you would think that this officer would be asking, someone put in here, and it's a great point, asking for the notes. Can I see your weapon? Can I
Yeah.
see, the sheath that you have? And what does it look like? Do you have any pictures? Like, you would think that any of those questions, no, we're just gonna keep carrying on like this is a totally normal conversation.
Yeah. All right.
I recall seeing a weapon, and I reach in and lean under my front desk, which is where my purse is on camera. And I pull out, this is what I always carry. My sheet stays at home.
Okay.
My
But he
sheet.
brings it up that he always carries.
He always carries.
Well,
Do you
she did
remember
not
why
just say
he
that.
brought up he always
I
carries?
don't-
Rewind that again. Rewind
I
that. Sorry,
don't
Ron.
believe that she just said that. That is unbelievable.
Oh my
For
gosh,
some
if you
reason,
read
black
this
comes
through
out.
Claude, oh my gosh, it would be funny.
Yeah.
Into my head. I don't recall seeing a weapon, and I reach in and lean under my front desk, which is where my purse is on camera. And I pull out, this is what I always carry. My sheet stays at home.
Okay.
She did. She
But
said
he
it.
brings it up that he always carries.
He always carries.
Do you remember why he brought up he always carries?
I do not. I do not.
Okay.
And it's something that has just been battling me and battling me. And I wake up this morning to the news footage of a sheath.
There we go.
When did you learn about
Good
that?
point, Ron.
It was this morning. I don't know, my fiance had said something to me. They found blood on a sheet. Of course they found blood on a sheet. And he was in the house. I mean, come on. And
So
then I
pause it, Ron.
was watching the news and I was
That's where we're gonna get RJ to come up and go into this more. But what RJ is saying is that it wasn't public that there was blood on the sheath. So if her fiance told her that there was blood on the sheath and it wasn't public information that there was blood on the sheath, then how the hell did her fiance know that?
And did she
Yeah.
start writing the notes after she saw what was on the news?
Yep. So conveniently. This is all so convenient.
And I want to know
Oh,
if she
shoot.
still has that boyfriend, and I want to talk to him.
I wonder if they're still in fiance. I wonder if he took off running for the hills after this didn't work out according to plan.
It was a sheath. And that's when everything started coming back to me. And our fucking sheath.
Returned back to me.
Like little bits and pieces were there that did not make sense.
They still don't.
And for some reason, seeing sheath on the TV screen, and it just started rolling through my head. And again, my sheath was just so much more better than yours. So I wasn't even interested in even talking to you about what you're carrying or what you're doing anymore. This guy caused so many issues. I'm done.
Mine is so much
And
better
then
than yours.
It's a bitch. Sounds like I really didn't give a crap about what he was talking about at that point.
I have to mention my wife's comment down here. Feel like I should. She was having a lovely conversation with him, comparing sheaths and sharing her hotspot. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree, Tara. I completely
Everything about this is wow.
Yeah, she lives in La La Land.
Yep.
Yeah, she literally just and listen to her just on that one part again when she says like I didn't give a crap about what he was saying. It's like her voice escalates. It's literally like she's transforming into this person that is supposed to say specific things.
I just don't understand what problems he has caused. She is claiming that they've caused all the problems.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Tara. This interview was in January and they stayed there in June.
Yeah. June 31st.
Not 31st. Oh yeah, you just said 31st. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with you. Tell me truth. This is definitely a hard no on my list.
Yeah.
And I'm more of a Weston kind of girl. But you know, with as many soccer tournaments as I have, sometimes I'll stay at the Quality Inn across the street. But they don't ever deliver anything to my room. You know, it's usually a very brief encounter.
I know.
Definitely not comparing weapons and having PTSD from the check-in and check-out process.
No.
Okay. Yes.
And I really
Deep breath.
fucking should have.
No, we're affected by many things in this world. And there's all the day to day. You never expect to be in this situation where you're sitting here and discussing something like this with us. Relax, and that's okay. Think about the amount of information we're working through right now.
Oh, God.
And it's just slow, and it's a process. Let's step back again,
Okay.
real quick. You guys are there the night he's checking in. You're standing back.
So is this what the third time he's tried to go through the narrative with her?
And he's trying to
It just
slip it.
doesn't make sense.
Even even he's sitting here going, holy shit, we can't use any of this. Like,
Yeah.
This witness is not credible. And if that officer was not thinking that, then I question their ethics as well.
Mm.
Actually, or probably already do. But there is no way that he's sitting here going, man, this is super helpful to the discovery process.
He's trying to salvage something from this. I mean, she's so crazy that it may, you have to think, is she just crazy and making up, or is she crazy but she did see something? So I think he's trying to get something. He's trying to get her to take the narrative through and make it make sense.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get her to say that he had the sheath and the knife, and that he was meeting Maddie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. So
He's
third
having
time's the charm, right?
the discussion, and I apologize. Her name keeps coming and going because I've been dealing with is checking in, man.
Mhm.
At what point in time did he bring up cards for leaving for Madison?
It was later that evening. And then he ended up leaving.
Later that evening, so it wasn't upon check-in.
It was not upon check-in. It was later on.
Okay.
He came back to the desk, and that's when he said he was going somewhere. He did tell me. I don't know. I don't remember. He has a friend that's coming. I need you to let her
There's a
know
friend.
it's okay to go in the room. You're doing
Now there's another friend. Or is he referring to Maddie?
Yeah.
He's probably referring to Maddie.
I need to check driver's license. I mean, yes, please. Like, I mean, it's just something we do.
Okay.
Okay, what would you like me to put on the key cards? Her name is Madison. Never a last name. No, that's my niece's name. Well, Maddie. Actually, that's what my niece goes by too. Thank you, sir. And same spelling. M-A-D-I.
M-A-D-I, is that what he said?
That's what I had said. So that's what I had wrote down on the key card.
Okay. M-A-D-I.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Did you
the same
mention-
as my niece's, so.
Did he mention anything about a time she would be in or where she was coming from? Is there any conversation on Maddie?
Just that she was a really good friend. I have a really good friend coming to visit me. Let her in the room, let her have the keys. Was she coming from somewhere? No, there was nowhere she'd be coming from. It was just she was coming.
Okay.
She was coming for him. And this did stick out. Maddie, like, like that kind of is coming for me. She's coming here to see me, like this very empowering way of she's coming to see me. Which was where my, haha, she didn't come to fucking see you, dick, came from when he left.
Who is this person?
This is shit.
Okay. So when do you recall? I know this happened back in, late June, early July. When do you recall remembering that you had made a room key for him about Maddie?
I want to say probably about 3 or 4 days after I realized he was a guest.
Okay.
So his picture was aired on TV, and it was immediate. It was immediate. I know that motherfucker. I can't forget that nose.
So you're saying 3 or 4 days after he became a guest, you remembered?
I'm confused.
You said a guest.
You're confused,
So
lady.
3 or
You're
4
right.
days after he
3 or
became.
4 days after his photo was.
After his photo was released.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm
So
sorry.
I'm going through a process.
Yeah,
of trying
no.
to-
You're fine. I was just trying to make sure I understood. So 3 or 4 days after his photo had been released as a possible suspect,
Mhm.
you
Is when I was, what's going on? What
Okay.
information can I remember? Is there anything that stuck out? And boom,
okay.
that was the biggest major piece. And then you guys aired this morning about the sheath. And then my whole conversation about my sister Carl gave me this bomb ass sheath with a leather case, purple leather case. And
Okay.
Wait, her sheath had a sheath?
Her
I
sheath
lost
was
track
purple
of
leather.
all the sheets. to
It
be
actually
honest.
had a purple leather sheath case. But did she also say, I can't stop laughing. I feel terrible. Did she just say that the thing that you interviewed or that you aired this morning? So she saw it and then
Mhm. And then
her
she tried to
boyfriend
recall
then
her thoughts.
is saying you got to call and tell all the stuff you've been telling all of us.
Yeah, and that actually is directly on point with what RJ was saying, is that the information about the sheath came out, and then all of a sudden she was like, oh, I have all of this information.
Thank you, Tara.
The bum ass purple sheath. The sheath for her sheath.
The
So
sheath,
her
yeah, the
sheath had a
sheaths have
purple
sheaths.
sheath.
Yeah, whoever put the comment that says, I can't wait for her to say that she needs some treatment from this this event. I agree. I agree with you. Intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Wow.
All right.
All right. So when
we talked about skinning animals.
okay.
He is avid an animal. He has skinned many animals.
Oh, so
How
the
did that
third
come up?
time- The third time we talk about this conversation, I remember he talked about skinning animals. I forgot
How
about
the
that.
hell did
because
that
that's
come
so
up?
normal.
Hey, by the way, my name is Bryan Kohberger. I'm checking in. I carry and I skin animals, and I'm at the WSU Criminology School. And what's your name?
And I like to skin animals with my sheath.
And my sheath is better than your sheath if you have a sheath.
Unbelievable.
Okay. He brought that up
Yes.
himself. All right.
Asked him what he used his sheets for.
Okay. So when he after
What do you use your sheath for? I use it for skinning animals.
She really does think the sheath
This
is
is
the weapon.
unbelievable.
If this was any of our clients, we would fire them, just so you know.
This wouldn't be a client in the first place. Oh,
Like, here's a good comment. The comments are really funny right now. Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. Maybe she is. Oh Lord. You really can't make this interview up, no matter how hard
No,
you try. I really
but
don't think you can.
I'm very glad that they keep running it back and asking her again because it's really showing. Wow.
Yeah, they're
shocked.
actually making their case worse by continuing to repeat how ludicrous these statements are. She is, yeah, she's definitely has some mental health issues that she should probably get some treatment for.
Yeah, and as Trisha W points out, he is vegan.
He is vegan, but he eats at A&W.
Wow.
All right, let's keep going.
Outcast is here. What's up?
Hey, Outcast. All right.
Yeah, this shit is wild.
Yeah, now here's a good question. Yeah, doesn't everyone have a concealed sheath permit? Does he have a permit for his concealed sheath? That's what I want to know too.
I just want to know who carries a sheath every day
I know.
by itself.
You know, I do. I have a knife sheath. I do. I have a knife that has. I have never told a motel worker that I have a sheath, though.
You don't introduce yourself and then say that you carry and you have a sheath and that you skin animals.
But
Oh my
does
God.
does your sheath have a carrying case?
My sheath does not have a sheath, though. I'm missing something. I need to step up my sheath game.
Unbelievable. Okay, hit play. This is unbelievable.
I feel like that conversation was going to go somewhere maybe not appropriate real quick.
Up to the
Talking about
room
comparing sheaths.
to ask to see if he was going to be checking out at the appropriate time. He came down to check out, and is that when
he was immediate with me.
Is that when he started talking about the discrepancies in his bill?
So yeah, we had conversations over the night before over his bill, and then the next morning was just, okay, we are going to get everything fixed. Everything's going to be put back on your card. And that is a process that I have to go through with at that time, my GM, to see what was ran on dollars on the net, how many times this card was ran, what do we need to put back, what everything that needs to be fixed. I'm still in training on this.
Okay.
So even though I've got him in the state of mind of everything's been put back, it's literally still, I need your help. We have a 3 to 5 leeway to release. So I can clear the guest right there. And then if I do have an issue, I will call my boss immediately. Yes, I've cleared the guest is checked out. I need you to help me with this right now. So that was that instance of getting everything fixed.
So the charges were first brought up the day he checked in then. Why he was being overcharged, and then the next day you guys were able to fix that?
I need to look to go
absolutely.
back. I need to look to go back. Okay, so he checks in under MasterCard, which should not have been charged because we had third-party charging.
But you guys always ask for a card when you check in anyways, right? In case there's any other additional charges.
We just incidental.
Incidental.
Incidental card.
What I was looking for.
God, I wish I could go back to cameras. I may have walked away from at this moment and done something else because this is another thing that I don't remember is the process where she changes his rate and makes the corrections. Actually, it looks like the corrections were next day.
And is that normally when things would be fixed is
His
on
next day.
checkout?
And no, actually, we do it right then and there. But because I did not know how to fix this, it had to be. I had to wait for my GM, who was not answering.
Okay.
At all, which is common. Okay, so the corrections the next day, the way that these are done, I can tell you right now, these were done by my GM. Just the breakdown on them and the taxes that were added. This is something that I still hadn't learned by this date. So at some point he met with my GM.
Okay, and that's the big
No, that's
I
Bill.
got it, sorry.
Yeah. This my GM. I'm sorry, 52:45 is
What's that?
52:45 military time.
No, that would be, I would assume a price or something. 52.45 isn't military time.
Oh, I'm seeing this here. Okay, I'm seeing this here. Transaction time. Okay, so the reservation was made at 6:13. Sorry. Delivery time was completed. It took 52 minutes and 45 seconds to make the reservation.
That's not very efficient.
Sorry. And then this.
All right.
So these are his corrections,
Mhm.
his fixes to the Michael F. Kohberger Jr.
And that was the card that was used, and then.
Yes, there was. So when he presented driver's license, obviously it says Bryan.
Mhm.
So this is the name that he had me change it to, that he was a junior. We did get into a conversation that he had two first names, Michael Bryan, Bryan Michael.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So you think then met with him to make those changes, or was that coming in and correcting it?
Normally, this is just going in his back office and correcting it really quick, unless the guests wanted to. He does not remember, and my GM is an elephant, seriously. He does not remember seeing this guy
You see
at our
the
front desk for
hippopotamus.
check-in and check-out purposes. He remembers him seeing his face. That's it. And he remembers the key card on the counter,
Okay.
which sucks because of his elephant memory. Would be amazing right now.
Okay. All right.
Couple last little things for me, I guess. Who was around during all of these discussions you had? Did you have anyone around when you guys were discussing the sheaths, the knives, other such things, or was it just you and him?
This officer
No,
knows
no,
that
it's
he's
just-
screwed with respect to her credibility, so he's trying to
We were
see if
not- I was
anybody
not
else was
alone up there
around.
with him. That made me feel secure.
Yeah.
I did. I had a housekeeper that passed, and they all my housekeepers called it my butt plug. Someone's asked me why I brought my butt plug out. I don't know who.
Okay.
A housekeeper.
One of the housekeepers, though, when you were bringing out your defensive
I
tool.
was just, yeah.
Okay.
Why it's the butt plug out for? We had a conversation about defensive weapons, and he collects sheets.
Yeah, are we sure?
We should have titled this
And when you were-
episode "Sheaths and Butt Plugs."
Are we sure it was a defensive device?
How did we get to
mean-
butt plugs?
What can anyone think?
Look at Sam. Sam doesn't even know what to say. Like if you go back to the beginning of it, she really needs help. I shouldn't be laughing. But how do you just organically just and then we were talking about butt plugs.
I want to know what this weapon was, what this defensive device was. Because
Well, it was long
I'm
and it was skinny and it had 3 rings. Ron, you don't Tara, Ron's acting up.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
Yeah.
it's almost like
just
you have to
insane.
replay that because you don't even really comprehend or process how that even came up.
I know.
You're-
Look at
You
Sam.
wanna
See,
replay it?
Sam is in frozen shock face.
You know how it came up? She was talking about a housekeeper who passed, Because yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Here.
my gosh.
Let's listen to that again.
I did. I had a housekeeper that passed, and they all my housekeepers called it my butt plug. Someone's asked me why I brought my butt plug out. I don't know who.
Okay.
A housekeeper.
Valid
On the
question.
housekeeper still, when you're bringing out your defensive
I
tool.
was just, yeah.
Okay.
Why it's the butt plug out for? We had a conversation about defensive weapons, and he collects sheets. And
She collects
Okay.
butt plugs.
And when you were there and you were assigning keys for Matt, who was there during that? Just him? Okay. Now you discussed this though with other people on the premise.
Yes.
Who else did you have this discussion with?
So night audit, and it was just give the girl the keys, verify her identification.
Okay.
I just let her in the room. Just do what this guy wants.
Okay. So the night manager who was then waiting.
He's not manager.
Oh, sorry. Night front desk.
Audit. Yeah.
Night audit. Okay. What's his name? Or his last name?
How did we even get to the house cleaner?
I believe. I'll ask right now.
Do you know had any interactions with Bryan as well?
He does not have any recollection of having even seen him come back that night. There was nothing that ever came out of those key cards. Never seeing him come back that night.
But he was aware he had a discussion with you.
He had a discussion with me and was aware, do not argue. This is what he wants, just do what he wants. Like we try to kiss Cass's asses when they are dicks.
Okay.
Just please. Because we don't know who the next person is going to show up and say, oh yeah, this person was an asshole too. So just please be very nice. Please pass the keys on. She fucked up.
Okay.
Get there the next morning. I still see the audit keys, the keys that rolled through audit. Actually, I got there at 9. Got there at 6 something. He saw the keys prior to me. So even when I got there, they still had been there. He's still in house. We still have him in house. So she never came.
But she never came. And that's the feelings that came out right at the end of that.
And it made me feel good. It really, I'm not kidding. I'm not even gonna lie. I was kind of like you're a douche. And she did show
And
up.
my sheath is better than yours.
And are aware of these keys.
They're very aware.
Okay.
So has said, and same as please reach out.
Okay. We got contact information?
Well, I got Bill,
I'm gonna give
general
you
manager.
private. Yeah, I'm gonna give you private instead of the hotel. And then okay, so
Dude, looks like we got a lot of blanks in here.
And just randomly, you don't happen to have your defensive tool on you today, do you?
mm-hmm.
Or your butt plug.
Now me and my fiance went to a concert in Spokane Arena, and it was in my purse, and the lady was not comfortable with me having it, so I very angrily.
I wouldn't be either.
Didn't she say earlier that she
I
carried
could
it
have
with
left
her
the
every
building
day?
or thrown it away. It was our anniversary.
Huh?
Didn't she say earlier in the interview that she carried it with her every day?
Yeah,
Saying
it sounds
that
like she tried
she
to
got
take
it
it into.
confiscated.
Yeah. She tried to
Her
take it
fiance-
into a con-
Doesn't trust her with that weapon.
No, she got it confiscated, I think. Going into
Oh, at the concert?
yeah.
Okay, so if we want to visualize, someone brought up Kubotin. I don't know how to say that, but I found, and this does look like what she may be looking at. So I'm gonna add this as a Oh, sorry, I stopped sharing that screen. Dang it.
I'm
I'm
scared
going to share
at what
this.
you're about to
I'll
share.
go back to it. But let me show you this.
Yes, Outcast. Her house cleaner that passed away always thought her vape was a butt plug or a cheek plug, and everybody thought she always brought cheek plugs with her everywhere she went.
So can we share this screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
These are what come up with Kubotan. And it looks
Oh yeah, Ron, I think you're right.
some that might be what she described. Yeah.
But she said there was 3 rings. Is there 3 rings? Yeah.
Maybe she's got a small one. Yeah.
No, she has the best one, Ron.
The best one. She has the
She's
best
got it
one.
in great.
Comes with a purple sheath. But yeah, so these are apparently this now there's one right here. That looks pretty interesting. Ah, look, that one has 3 rings.
Ron, I know you're gonna order this.
So just we want to give you guys information and paint a picture for you here. So this is apparently what she's been talking about. Something like this. This one looks a little scary. I don't know about that. All right.
What are we doing right now?
Let's finish the
This interview took a hard left turn. Oh man. Oh man.
All right, so we're back. We can share the video back again.
Yeah, Mega, I'm with you there.
All right, let's see where she goes now.
Tossed it.
Okay.
Yeah. I was given that passing my martial arts safety, protect myself. So it was something special to me.
But you're going to classes?
I was in the past.
Where you go do that? Okay. And then you come to Idaho, Washington.
Anything else?
No. Do you mind if we have follow-up questions if we reach out to you again in the future?
No, and I'm going to batter my brain on this damn sheath because yes, we have this whole conversation in my, selfish little opinion that my sheath is better is right in the front of my name, my head before.
Right in the front of my head, my sheath is better than yours.
Why did he bring up a weapon? So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. We really appreciate it. 1 second. In the interview, it is 13:53.
Okay.
You know that guy's getting in his car and he's calling his supervisor and saying, this lady is batshit crazy. We can't use anything that she just said and she needs help.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I actually really needed that good laugh today. So that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. Look at Sam.
Unbelievable. It's like at some point I started being like, I can't even continue to try to analyze why she's lying. It's just so obvious that it's like I feel like we're getting pranked. I feel like this is not a real interview, and this is just a prank. And it just keeps getting worse to see like what's our threshold before we're like, this is just out of this world.
She probably went back to her fiance and was like, babe, I nailed it. I told them everything you wanted me to tell them.
So here's my question. Am I going to go home and see Tara on Amazon looking for Kubotans?
My money is that you're going to be the one that's going to be looking and buying.
Yeah, I know. It looks like you already did, really, Ron.
Ron trying to put that on the wifey.
Oh my gosh.
Ron's going to have it. What's that? That, one click. It'll be there tomorrow. Make sure you get purple though.
I get a
And
purple.
don't get the other
composer.
one with the super pointy thing. That might not be fun.
No, I'm just thinking that looks like a pretty solid
Look,
self-defense.
This is
uh,
phenomenal response by your wife right here. Hold on.
See?
Full name.
I told you. Ron's the one that's going to have
You
that.
got
one click.
Ronald.
He's going to even pay the extra $2.99 for like the 7 to 10 delivery tonight.
Oh, I
Look at
love
him.
Tara. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, no, that's right. I will probably be on Amazon. Now I gotta have one of those just to have it.
Wow.
Oh, we are definitely off the clock right now. That's for sure.
I'm in trouble if police look at my Amazon click history.
Oh, Sam and I talk about that all the time. Like if you looked at my search history, my Amazon, I would definitely be a person of interest.
Mm. Oh my gosh.
I know. All right, RJ, are you still in the chat? Do you want to come up and talk to us about her fiance? Are you in there still? All right. Well, then I think that's all we have for today.
Yeah, I think there was a couple super chats, but I don't see them
Oh, yeah,
starred.
go through those.
So I'm
Go through
struggling to put one up because I don't see them starred.
Yeah, they should be start. Yeah, there was definitely more than that.
Fatal redaction says look up flail. What does that have to do with Kubotins or butt plugs?
It's a hybrid. I have no clue.
Has this turned into a sex toy? YouTube.
All right.
Um,
We had a couple super chats. I know we tried to put them up on the stage, but thank you very much. We had one before we even started today, and that was amazing. And just thank you for everyone who participates in our. This was a fun chat
Oh, I got
today. You got there. You go. Thank you, Kate. And yeah, there was another one. That's awesome. Thank you, Katie, so much. We appreciate it. There was another one before we even started that I wanted to make sure. Look at Ron still laughing. He's you know what?
I'm looking at the comments.
He's gonna be talking to Tara about butt plugs all night.
he's gonna get up and immediately start watching this live.
Oh, 100%. And Ron, he's gonna buy a couple colors.
I want a Kubotin now.
You want a Kubotin to go with
You're
your
not
Mountain
gonna be
Dews?
able to get into court with that, Ron.
No.
Yeah, Sam got busted for like a crochet needle one time.
That was jury duty, and that's
But
a true story.
deputy, I swear it's not a weapon.
That's a true story. No, literally,
That's my butt plug. It's not a weapon. That should be allowed.
I got jury duty and I was trying to crochet. So I literally brought a bag of yarn and I went in and they stopped me and I was like, you're kidding me. This isn't a weapon. And in front of the court, it literally, I've just never read it. It's like no knives, guns, crochet needles, Sharpies. Yeah. I got
Here's
it.
the comment, Terry Lang's comment. Maybe another murder by butt plug.
Oh, you know, that wouldn't surprise me, Terry Lynn, at this point. It would not surprise me if that made the mainstream headlines. It really would not. Brian Enton, wait till Brian Enton, does a show on that.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you to everyone. I swear we're gonna get better at this.
I know. And, Tammy, you were the one that had the big super chat before we started. Thank you so very
Yes.
much. We
Yes.
appreciate you. We really, really appreciate you. And anyone else that we missed, it's not intentional. We got caught up with all of the random experiences that we were talking about in this interview. What was that lady's name? Did she say it, or was it redacted?
It was redacted, but it was. They told me at the beginning.
It's okay. She's
Someone-
probably hiding it now.
January 24 says Ron's Amazon internet is now flagged. Joke's on you guys. It's in Tara's name.
No, he's gonna do an incognito Amazon so he can order all of his suspicious things.
Unbelievable, you guys. That was really, I was not ready for that. I'll tell you that.
It was funny watching your face, Sam. It was almost like we were talking about something dirty and you were like, a deer in headlights.
I was just shocked, like, because I hadn't seen the interview yet. So when Ron was like, "Oh, this one's crazy," I was kind of like, "Okay." And then it was
lying.
it exceeded, how you described it by a mile. I will say that was genuinely shocked.
I put the comment about I think it was RJ's comment about the butt plug up, but I'm intentionally watching Sam, and she's like, what is Kristen doing? And it's always funny watching your expressions.
Yeah.
It's always a
Wear
good
it
time.
on my face, that's for
So
sure.
it's Mariah is her name. I like this comment. He can get into court with a sheath that has its own sheath.
There you go.
Yeah, you
sheath
most likely can get in with the sheath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times did she tell the officer, that hers was better than his? I mean, at least 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, her
It's like
inner dialogue is wild.
Yeah. At the front of my head, I was thinking this. She even said something, she goes, I can't remember this, but in my head.
Okay. Brian Todd's comment.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine taking her deposition or something? Oh
Okay,
my gosh.
That's a good one.
Well, Ron, we love seeing you break out of your shell. There you go, Ron. This is for you.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Final thoughts, anyone? That was wild. Thank you all for joining us.
RJ is here.
Much-needed laugh.
RJ?
RJ, are you still here? Man, I'm terrible with these comments. Look, keeping track of everything. We'll give him a few minutes. That was a good one. What do you guys want to see next? Let us know. We're working on getting a couple people to come up and professionals to chat with us. But we're always trying to do some of these interviews or going through the documents that you guys are interested. RJ is here. Okay. Coco or Alicia, can you send RJ a link? And thank you, Tammy Lynn.
It looks like people are voting for more butt plug interviews.
Okay, well, if there's any suggestions, let us know. This was the first one that popped up with the butt plugs. All right, there it is, RJ. And RJ was incredibly helpful collaborating with us and just going through the infamous IRA report. And he's always very informative, and I really enjoy listening to him. And he's been on Outcast a few times, and I really enjoy when they talk together and work through some theories. And then RJ actually has his own channel now as well. And so I would suggest that everybody checks them out. There he is. Add to stage. Are you there, RJ?
Ron.
Oh, you guys are cracking me up. This is my favorite chat ever.
Are you there, RJ?
Yo, morning team. How are we?
Hello.
We are good,
Hey,
but we would love to hear you. It seems like you might.
That was
you might
interesting.
be us.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah, I've heard it a few times. You've listened to the details that her, I think it's ex-fiance gives her about blood being on the sheath.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't public, and I don't even think the blood part was mentioned in the PCA. I think they just talked about the sheath in the PCA. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, that tells me the only people would know that there was blood on the sheath would be MPD.
Mhm. Mhm.
Interesting.
So
That is very.
her ex fiance, I would say, is MPD. I think if you found the one with the weirdest nose, you could probably tell who it is.
That has the same nose as Brian.
Yeah.
That's a FOIA request. Please send pictures of the noses of all of the MPD officers during this time.
Yeah, that were employed during this time of this interview.
There must be a staff photo, like a Christmas staff photo or something we can get our hands on for sure.
Very true. Very true. All right, I challenge everyone to go find the right nose.
It kind of explains, to me, it sounds like she doesn't really know what she's talking about. She's just been told to talk about this stuff.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
And that kind of explains why these cops are giving it the time of day. You know, kind of explains a lot, really.
No, I definitely agree. She was trying to be spoon-fed information and then check her nose. She sounds absolutely crazy.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely got notes in front of her. I don't know what good this would all do because, I wouldn't put her on the stand to testify.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Never.
I wouldn't either. I'd like to
But,
cross-examine her though.
Yeah. But yeah, Kristen, you pretty much nailed it. Yeah, none of that info was public about blood being on the sheath, so it kind of only leaves one option, and that's MPD.
Mm-hmm. That is very
So-
yeah, it's very logical. It definitely makes sense.
I think if we could find the nose, that would probably confirm it. Other than that, it's a reasonable suspicion that I've got.
The nose or the butt.
I don't want to talk about her butt plugs.
Apparently, chat does.
I'm sure.
Oh, well, thank you for filling us in, RJ. And we are loving your new channel and just keep filling our heads with all the information that you have in it because we love watching your show and we support you 100%.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys.
All right.
See ya.
Thanks.
You too, RJ.
All right. Remember, everything we talked about today was our speculation and our opinion. And thank you, everyone. Yes, we will share the link for RJ's channel. Can we share that? Coco, can you share that? Yeah.
Great.
And if there's anything that you guys really want us to talk about or us to do, a show like this, I don't know that there's any more butt plug interviews out there, but if you have any recommendations, please reach out to us and let us know. We're always looking for good recommendations. Earplugs. All right, Brian, we'll take you up on that. We'll hit up the earplugs next. But this was a good time, and I really appreciate everyone joining us today. And that was, dare we say, that was actually fun today. It's always fun spending an hour, 2 hours with you guys, but sometimes you just need a good laugh.
Absolutely. All right. Until next time, everyone. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.